Damn sure.
All right, so what brings you out today?
Hi, well, we're here for the People's Climate March today. It marks the 100th day of the new administration's assault on all things environment, human rights, and many other issues that affect us as individuals of this nation.
All right. And what's your name and who are you with?
So my name is Christian Gerlach. I'm with Sierra Club, the National Sierra Club based here in Las Vegas. I work specifically on public lands issues.
All right. Do we have anything coming up in the future?
Yes, Tuesday there's going to be a hearing about national monuments in the state legislature. Our assembly has actually put forward a resolution affirming what good thing something called the Antiquities Act is, an act that allows presidents to designate national monuments. They're affirming through that resolution what a good thing that was, and it's used for 2 national monument designations done by Obama, one in 2015 called Basin and Range, another one in 2016 called Gold Butte. Both of these national monuments protect history of Nevada dating back thousands of years. In the case of Basin and Range, at least 12,000 years. In the case of Gold Butte, 10,000 plus years. Artifacts that are tell the story of indigenous peoples, the original inhabitants of Nevada, later inhabitants like the Paiute, Shoshone, and others, and also even histories of the colonization and settlement of Nevada. It's beautiful areas that are pristine public lands. Unfortunately, people were trashing it. They were under threat from oil and gas, and we got communities together to speak up on these issues, and we got Obama to designate national monuments because of the community support there was for them. Unfortunately, Donald Trump just issued an executive order reviewing the last 20 years of national monuments with the intention of either shrinking them or revoking those protections. And unfortunately, that is a real threat. So we have 120 days across this country, wherever these last 20 years of national monuments were designated, to show support. Otherwise, it could very well be that these efforts by the new administration will result in protections being attempted to be rescinded. So that is why it's so important that Nevada, our state legislature, is standing up on Tuesday at 1 p.m. There's a hearing in our state legislature that will be simulcast here in Las Vegas and in Carson City. Our public can go to, voice their concerns about these issues, and show support for this resolution, Assembly Joint Resolution 13, so that we can show this new administration we in Nevada support our national monuments, our public lands, and we want to see them protected for future generations, not just exploited for resources.
So you kind of touched on it, but why is it more important now than ever for people to organize?
Well, we have an administration, we have elected leaders that are actively trying to take away our basic human rights, putting bans on religions, putting bans on people's ability to love who they want, and people's right to clean air, clean water. These are real assaults that will have real implications and impacts on communities of color, each and every one of us as citizens of this land, and non-citizens too.
How do you feel about the corruption that's pretty rampant in Washington right now? It seems like
that is a loaded term. Corruption is definitely a way to describe it. It's also cronyism. It's so many other things, total disregard for our connection to nature and our dependence to nature. So corruption is just one term that you can use to tie these issues together, but it's more than just corruption. It's blatant disregard for other human beings, for basic sanctity of life.
Yes, and a lot of people have been encouraging the vote out here, and I guess it seems to have more of an impact on the local level, but Donald Trump lost the popular vote.
That is correct. He won through the Electoral College. But ultimately, it's not just about Nevada and here locally, although our local government does affect us. It's about getting people across the country to be actively engaged on issues and getting them to vote on what's important to them, vote on climate, vote on the issues that are important to them. But ultimately, here in Nevada, the local government still does things that affect us. So by making sure that we are engaged in local government, we can at least fight off some of the worst of this new administration and national attacks against just people's basic human rights.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank
you
you
so
so
much. You
much.
want to say your name and who you're with again?
Again, Christian Gerlach with the Sierra Club.